Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slain. Go7, 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 Go7.
Hello, hello. Talking penguin enjoyers be eating good today. It's true. It's true. We're here. Sneaking in the stream while I can. I don't know how many people will show up, as this is like the complete opposite time of the day that I usually stream, and it's a weekend, but that is okay. People usually check in on the VODs anyway. I figure that's fine. Let's see here. Kantbei versus MechDonalds. I don't find it. Did we not do this one? Okay. McDonald's just getting all these games in, it looks like. Oh, I remember this map. I think. This might be a variation of a map. It looks very similar to me. Alright. Since Kantbei is Kantbei, we're going to make him the Penguins. McDonald's used to be to the right. Now, for a really long time there, Von Bolt was the like go-to pick for everyone. Hello. In tier 1, they'd be like, if you don't know who to pick, you pick Von Bolt because he's just easy to play and really good. But apparently, there's been a bit of a falling out for poor Von Bolt, where people are more Hawke focused, I think. From last I heard. Poor Von Bolt. He's still the GOAT in my eyes. Actually, no, I liked Sasha the whole time. But in this case, it is a Von Bolt mirror. Even though this is a pretty wide map, so I would have thought the Hawke would be. Although this might not be tier 1. That's right, Von Bolt got so hated on. He got pushed down to tier 2 in Fog, I think. Which I guess makes some sense because the maps tend to be really big, so the global damage is like good. But still, it's pretty shocking. We'll see how this goes though. Von Bolt loves having those extra stats. It's not as meaningful when you're in a Von Bolt versus Von Bolt matchup. You just now have like a different damage matrix that you're dealing with, and finding out that you like can't clear cities very well, which is a bigger deal in standard than in fog. I would say there's a lot of maps in standard where the Von Bolt mirror is just a huge pain because there's so many choke points around cities and you just can't get past them. And it can kind of stall out in a big way. Not as big of a deal in fog as the maps are just so open. And there's less of that kind of choke point-ish encounter. This map's really strong for Santa. Yeah. Otherwise known as Olaf. I would agree, because if a map's really wide like this and like far away, so you have a ton of units walking across the map to get to the fronts, the global damage, of course, will hit more units, and the snow will slow down the reinforcements. So you have like kind of 2 turns of effective delay. You delay everything on the turn there is snow, and then everything is farther back than it should be on the following turns, because they only get the half move on the previous one. So that makes the Olaf powers really effective on wide maps like this. Looks like we're having both people go for a transport opener. Kantbei going for a T-copter first, which I respect dearly. And MechDonalds going for an APC first. Okay, we boosting to get to this city. Pick this guy up. Boost him to here, I guess. Interesting. Here comes the recon. Now, I like the T-copter opening more than the APC typically, because, well, I mean, the T-copter flies, which is nice, but also the T-copter is built from a different protection facility, so you get more units. Right? This APC was built at this base, which means that an infantry couldn't have been built at the base, where the T-copter got built at this airport that didn't stop any infantry from being built. Hey, Disc, bye, Disc. Hello, hello. Ooh. Okay, a converging of the transports. This could be absolutely tragic for MechDonalds here. I guess if the recon moves first, then this infantry could go for an interrupt. But if the infantry walks forward and just gets trapped here, then the transport opener is going to lose so much value. Okay, this is a little weird from Kantbei. There's absolutely no support behind the transports, or the transport. All of the vehicles are on the other side. I guess this is a very greedy opening from Kantbei, like going T-copter into artillery to break this pipe scene down here. Oh, okay, the recon moved first. Very good. Now, does MechDonalds go for the interrupt is the next question. Does indeed, and sees the other infantry. Look at that. You fail the trade. I guess attacked from the road just to see if there's something on this city. But this is nice because now the recon can finish this off. And the problem that Kantbei has here is going for this artillery. If there was a tank built after this, then the tank could be coming down here to support and make it in time. But since we built with this artillery here, and I don't have the money lined up for a tank, it's going to fire on this pipe seam, and that's going to tell MechDonalds that there is nothing supporting these infantry, because they were transported down here and an artillery was built, and it like moved and fired as soon as it could. So that already tells MechDonalds that there can't be any vehicles supporting at this time, and it can kind of just take these cities away, assuming MechDonalds like follows through with these units, which are right here. So I assume so. Okay. What makes a map good for green opening? Kantbei made the opening. Bam. As we said, and here comes the tanks. Now, Kantbei is going to have a little bit of an income lead here, but I don't think it's going to last very long because there's just nothing supporting these infantry. There will be stuff on the way, so maybe the cities can be salvaged. We'll see. That's a lot of tanks en route. Okay, comm tower captured. Ooh. Well, I'm not a huge fan of that. I would like this APC to have transported an infantry in some way to start threatening to take this city away from Kantbei. If McDonald's takes too long, then Kantbei can get the vehicles down here and just save this city. And it won't be so bad to just like miss out on this one city. Oh, here they come. This tank is seen by this recon, a little awkward. It's the copter. Okay, okay. Stops that city from being captured. I mean, McDonald's is kind of capturing these cities for free on this side. Even if just like a tiny bit slower. Okay, we're gonna start seeing some tactics here. It comes in, hits the recon. The recon survives. That's very good news. We don't have... Actually, we do. I was gonna say we don't have a great way of getting the 2-hit on this tank, but we do, because tank plus infantry clears this infantry, and then tank attacks from city and tank attacks from here. And then Kantbei is going to be a little bit down the exchange there. We do have, you know, a lot of vehicles coming in. There is an anti-air ready to... Okay, that was real. I guess that's fine-ish. This doesn't reach. But I would have attacked from the city. I guess McDonald's just didn't want this tank to be clearable. And that would have been possible. And I guess only one side can attack this tank, so it's fine. Then maybe this is better. It's easier to stop cascade from happening. Oh, you can't see the left side of the map. Oh, sorry about that. Panic! Usually I'm so good at that. I'm too rusty. Yeah, there's stuff going on over there. I mean, most of it was happening down here, so no worries. Okay, I do like this artillery push with all the infantry. So many blockers. Okay, there was no engagement over here. I like the gutsy play of starting to capture this city. Now that's a bold copter strike. It's gonna work out. Oh, this poor artillery. It wasn't even spotted. McDonald's got a little bit lucky that nothing got in its range that matters, but this is really bad for Kantbei up here now. The tank got hit, the artillery can't hit any of the vehicles, and there's no answer for the copter. Okay. Yeah. recon going forward first probably would have been wise, but it's okay. It just means that infantry didn't get a strike in there. APC blocker, let's go. Anti-air covers everything. Neo tank. I mean, MechDonalds looks like they're about to just absolutely crush this game. 2 vehicles have to hit the APC. We do kill a tank. Hit the other tank. Okay, all the tanks did get hit. That's nice. The copter can get taken out by this anti-air if MechDonalds wants, but then the anti-air goes down. The bad thing here for Kantbei, and Kantbei notices it and starts bringing this T-copter down immediately, is that there's not that many infantry here, and these 2 cities can just kind of get finished off, or being captured, and then all these infantry can get attacked. Yeeting B-copters, your favorite strategy, yeah. You got work on the weekends? I'm so sorry. Okay. We're still a ways away from the Vombolt supers, but they would be very good in this situation when you got these huge groups of units. Okay, so MechDonalds is not going to try and hit all these infantry. Just hit them a little bit and retreat with the vehicles while there's still the opportunity. I do agree with not sending, like, you'd have to interrupt this capture to have the anti-air go in and hit this copter, and then the anti-air just dies. And I think in general, anti-air for copter is not an amazing trade. Because while the anti-air does cost like 1,000 less than the copter does, it's built from the base, which is the more restrictive production facility. So you kind of go down in unit count for only 1,000 in value, and usually you want just one anti-air able to fend off multiple copters. If it just trades for one copter and then all the other copters kill off all your tanks, then it's a really bad trade. And that's one of the ways that you can try and deal with opposing anti-airs as well, is if you have an excess of copters, you can put one in a vulnerable spot, like out in the middle, that they have a hard time covering, and then they send their anti-air over, they kill the copter, you kill the anti-air, and then your copters just kind of swarm. It's riveting, exactly. I like the Vombolt mirror. I have fond memories of it, even though it can be incredibly awkward. Unless it's an Eagle Sensei Adder copter, then it's a great trade. I mean, those copters are stronger, but I think the same mantra is going to hold, where they're willing to trade one of their copters to deal with the majority of your anti-airs. Because like if they've got 5 copters and you've got 1 anti-air, then you're relying on that anti-air to be able to kill off all those copters by doing it safely, and they'd be very happy to trade it 1 for 1. Although it's usually even better for the copter, because the copter tends to go forward, take out half of a tank, and then the anti-air comes up, kills the copter, and then they kill your anti-air. So value-wise, it still goes in the copter's favor, and unit count-wise, it can be real awkward. Okay. Looks like we're going to be shifting away from these side battles to go for a center push. There are 2 labs on this map. There's no HQ, so you would lose the game by having no labs. So the central push doesn't immediately win the game if it takes this lab, although this lab down here is kind of like exposed if you've already taken the central one, so I would imagine the game would end pretty quickly if you do manage to take this one. Ooh, all the fronts coming together. Currently MechDonalds has the better position here. The vehicles aren't quite close enough to take full advantage of it. I mean, they can attack over here. So in this case, we've got Kantbei kind of coming in from both sides and McDonald's more centralized. But because a lot of these Kantbei vehicles don't actually reach the other front, like the other side of this coalescing force, McDonald's could slam into like the north here, and then Kantbei's east can't fully support it, and then McDonald's gets to like fight two armies one after another instead of both at the same time. But I don't think that's going to happen here. I don't think the positioning's quite working out. Looks like we're just going to fall back, and then we'll have two giant fronts staring at each other. Okay. Although, while McDonald's is doing this, Kantbei is getting to take these cities, so not amazing. Goodbye, tank. Okay, McDonald's like, this corner is the place to be. Are they just going to trade corners? Their vision of the opposing army is not amazing. I mean, Kantbei, I think, knows that it's over here, though. Just doesn't have a full sense of what's in it. Okay. So you see like these little forward vehicles going for these strikes. This can kind of start the battle of escalation in Fog, where I send forward like 4 vehicles, and then you have to send forward 8 vehicles to kill those 4 vehicles, and then I send the rest of my army to kill off those 8 vehicles. And it's just like we keep committing more and more until one of us runs out. And if you commit, like if I send 4 forward and you only send 4 forward, you don't kill all of mine off, and then I kill off all of yours and I come out ahead. So in this case, Kantbei sent what, 5 forward to match the 4. So quite a few of them still stick around. The recon gets a great view of what's supporting what, and we get some really favorable trades. An Ex Machina? Oh. Ouch. But does McDonald's play around Kantbei's own? Looks like so, because we have the Mega Tank built back here. We got the Mega Tank Neo Tank. Fighter. Okay, I imagine that's a magnet. Pop. For some reason these treat. But yeah. Very nice magnet. Does make Kantbei's combat over here real awkward. It is not without a cost, as McDonald's won't have like solid reinforcements for a while. But as long as you win the ongoing fight before that matters, then you're pretty darn happy. We'll see how it goes. Or are we just retreating? Ooh, just retreating. Interesting. Was there not a good attack here? You got 3 tanks. I guess you have 4 tanks. I mean, you can break through to the artillery. I guess this anti-air doesn't have amazing targets. These 2 anti-airs can reach copters, though, assuming you can break through to it. Maybe you just can't quite do everything you want to do. No, you can break through easily. There's just 3 health infantry here. Right? Like this anti-air probably gets used with an infantry to clear this guy out. I think there's a nice attack here. It does probably leave some of these like Neo-Tank first strikes available, but you kill off so many units. He does only have the 1 battlecopter to support with, it's true. Alright, well, just falls back. Kantbei ran out of time there? Kantbei did not buy anything or move anything off of these cities, or move anything on this army. Well, typically that would be like a really awful play, but fortunately McDonald's did not engage over here, so no huge punish coming from that. Oh, and then Kantbei resigns. Kantbei was actually kind of still in it there, even after that horrible missed turn. Down in income. For sure. Would get this city back. Probably this one. Interesting, interesting. GG. That did not look like it was coming to an end. I think if McDonald's had attacked, it would have been a little bit more convincing of an ending. The Mega Tank is on its way. And even at 7 health, it's going to be a real pain to deal with. But GG. Oh, yeah. That stories are definitely right. The major battles are exciting, but they're also, like, insanely risky. Caustic finale game with ManaNek? Oh, you know what I should do? I have to give away the free membership thingies. Imagickies. Go forth. That's power. Okay. Ooh, ManaNek's already the Penguins. How handy is that? Ooh, it's a Caustic finale with a Javier. Javier, of course. Oh, you faced it right. Makes this little weird comm tower situation down here very awkward. Oh, thanks, Prospect. Does Hawke beat anyone in tier 1? I think Hawke does pretty well. The tallest HQ. Okay. I mean, I think Javier's a pretty risky pick on Caustic finale. He does have the big upside of being resistant to artillery fire, and there tends to be a lot of artillery plays in the corners. But I feel like making it worthwhile for your opponent to contest your comm tower is so risky. Sasha is allowed here. So we'll see if Javier is able to get this. Like, also went for this comm tower kind of slow. Does ManaNek move to intercept? Like a tank first over here or something? Tank's over here. I think Javier gets it. Okay. Wow. ManaNek with a gentlemanly agreement here. You get your comm tower, I get mine. Could still move here to intercept. Okay, we have our artillery moving into the corner. This time from the top, but it's okay. Are we gonna try and steal the comm tower after? That's so much more difficult. Ooh, tank for strike from Javier. Very nice. No backup. Okay. Go for a little heal. I mean, yeah, that should be fine. This doesn't reach. This does reach, but it is covered by the other tank. Okay, overloading this artillery a tiny bit. I mean, not really. It gets to interrupt and then fire over here, and then there's no more infantry in this corner for ManaNek. Yeah. Seems really good for Javier right now. Okay. Going for a little interrupt. We joined to build a medium tank. Well, skirmishes are definitely ongoing. I would imagine that now that Javier has the comm tower and we've got some artillery in place, that these battles are going to start looking really, really awkward for Hawke. But we'll see. We take en route. We do have the normal power almost online, and global damage is always good on these. Like, there's so many bases on this map making units. Ooh. ManaNek pushing forward to take this city. The mech can interrupt, infantry can interrupt, but there's still a lot of vehicles over there for ManaNek. Gonna force some real buys here. Okay, put some harassment over here to take these cities. Okay, artillery backs up. Wow, what's Javier gonna be like? Are you going medium tank, infantry double base skip here? That would be real awkward. Just build a mech. Okay, floats enough money to not have to base skip next turn. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, never mind. I thought for a second there they could go medium tank strike, tank go and sit in the base, but there's also an artillery here to like stop that kind of shenanigans. Oh, this city does go down. Ooh, fighting into the artillery here. Let's kill the mech. Hit this tank too. Oh, that's a lot of damage. The artillery is going to get to smack that medium tank, and then there's nothing really to dissuade the artillery from staying there and firing away. So I think this is going to be fine for Javier. Also get this nice mech attack. Up in money. Gonna go tower shield here. Super stats. There's not a better use of this. I guess not. Take 6. Take 6. Retreat with the tank. Smack down to 2. Nice interrupts going. Just builds a regular tank. Another one. Interesting. I feel like this tank was not needed over here. I like a medium tank on this front right now. I don't think these regular tanks are going to have enough oomph to them. Especially because Hawke almost has a power. Okay. Oh, just uses the normal power, not the super. Does still do pretty decent damage. You take out this mech. Stand next to this tank. Lock it in there. It's not actually locked in. Because you can always have the artillery fire and the tank clear it out, and then this tank gets to move off and hit something. But it does probably mean that this city is going to fall. 3, 4, 5, 6. Most likely. You could save it, but you would have to leave stuff in the range of this artillery. Okay. Take out that tank. Hit that tank. Go after the artillery. All right. Build a mech. Both of the corners in Javier's clutches. That doesn't really surprise me, though. I mean, the artillery are so strong in those corners. And Javier is definitely going to have the stronger artillery in this matchup. Although Hawke could use artillery. I mean, Javier does have extra defense against them, but it's not like they're invalid. Hi. I think Sasha can do well here. Usually, I think Hawke has the advantage on this map. And something I didn't note before, but Javier did get aggressive with the infantry that was standing over here, so now this comm tower is actually undefended. Okay, we're breaking through in this corner. Artillery left all alone. Not thrilled with all of these attacks. Like, that's an awful exchange. I assume Javier is going to use a power here. Power shield. Bam. Mess with this infantry. Hit this tank. Take it out. Take out that infantry. Take out that tank. Take out that tank. Take out this tank, probably. To move into artillery range, but I imagine it's worth it. No? Okay. It's an inch artillery. Okay. You have the black wave. Frink. This artillery is still undefended, so even though I got to shoot the tank for a lot of damage, gonna get taken out here. Comm tower is saved. So Javier's advantage still stands. Actually, I guess the artillery now is just going to get pinned in here. Probably not good enough because the tank, with like ManaNek moving away from this front, I feel like the tanks can be spared to come and help. It's artillery. Okay, mech's getting their value. Artillery scoots forward, another mech. Got that infantry. Comm tower still safe. Tanks start flooding down here with the artillery supporting the cities. We do take out that, but This artillery does get to fire. From 7 health, not amazing, but this 3 health tank can be taken out by just like infantry in a tank, so not amazing there. I don't think this city stands unless more blockers come in. Oh, you have to block here. Gotta go there. Oh no, the infantry didn't go there. Okay, well now this guy can fire here, and then we can have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 health tank clear, and then you can clear this off. City, I guess this city then falls because of that. Oh, never mind, that just killed. So you can just use the artillery to interrupt that. The tank survived. Okay, next moving up to take that city back. Javier still maintains control over this comm tower. Hawke's quite a ways away from a power. We don't have a huge standoff right now. There's some fighting up here. It's looking like it's going to end up going in Hawke's favor. A medium tank finally built from Javier, though. And that's going to be pretty tough to deal with, because the cost-effective way of dealing with the medium tank here is to use artillery. And that's not really an option for Hawke, so Hawke kind of has to match medium tank for medium tank. Have a good one, Fluffy. I'm glad you like the streams. Okay, city starts to fall. I mean, Javier's already ahead in economy, so if this falls, then it will probably be game over unless Hawke can get some sort of traction going on here. I'm kind of surprised that Javier hasn't scooted an infantry down here to like threaten this unguarded comm tower. All right. We have a breakthrough over here, and this is definitely a captured city. This is like not an amazing attack. I mean, it does hit this artillery, but it can like move on to this city and still be worthwhile, and this tank will just die. Maybe it's fine though. Ooh. I think you still move the artillery off here. Yeah, that was a weird move with that tank. It just gets killed off now that it's there. Alright, we're going for the tower shield. We have a lot of potential attacks here. And with the tower shield up, you can, for the most part, just ignore this Hawke artillery. Now, as I say that, Javier goes in and uses the tank to kill it. I think I would just ignore it in this case and go for the attacks against the opposing tanks. Okay, I would definitely use this artillery to shoot a tank, not the infantry, but that's just me. Alright, so the city does get taken, which is good because Hawke was behind an econ there. Still is, but not by a lot. Okay, this tank is now trapped over here, although it looks like it's going to be getting a very cost-effective trade overall. Starting to run out of infantry for Hawke. I do think this is a pretty cheeky attack, though. I like it. The mech can't reach, so a vehicle has to interrupt this. It'll probably be the 4 health tank, though, and that's not a problem for Javier. We do have a potential Hawke power. Looks like we're going to save up for the super. Okay, all the infantry cleared out over here. Mech gets its strike. We do interrupt. Ooh, but that's not enough of an interrupt. Okay, that was very awkward. I would definitely kill off this tank instead of whatever this guy did, hit a 5 health infantry. So that's not enough of an interrupt, because if Hawke gets the super, you heal up by 2. And then you heal up and then you finish your capture. One, two, three, four, 5, and we can go for like a medium tank strike or something over here if we really need. Never mind, it went down here. Ooh, didn't kill the tank. Oh no. Well, that makes this very awkward. I guess you can sacrifice some stuff over here if you've got to. Oh no. I think I would have been in, I'm gonna force this super kind of mode, because it looked like a pretty nice super to me. Now we get the tower shield. The medium tank is gonna get hit by this artillery. Oh no, look at that damage. Smack, smack. Artillery fires. Medium tank moves back regardless of some cities for healing. This artillery's gotten so much value. Artillery's in the corner. They're so good. It's ignored by training. That's very possible. You could. It's true. You could definitely make a Neo to smite the medium tanks. We have the super. Still does a lot of damage, even if it's not as good as it would have been last turn. The medium tank won't get the kill. It's not really worth going in there. Wait for some infantry blocks. Okay. You have a nice like unit value lead there. But still down in economy. I imagine this harbor is going to get taken back soon. Artillery survives a little mech corner doing its thing. Ooh, we dive in, hit the artillery. I like it. Although it's coming at the cost of that tank, which is a little tragic. Team tanks coming together. They're entering into this base's range. Javier could potentially do some joins and pop out a Neo tank over here if needed. Just gonna go with a medium tank. I think that's probably fine when you've got the superior stats. Okay, go for the interrupt on that city. Backs into this artillery range again. Very painful. This is overloading the artillery at least. Doesn't reach anything that matters right now. It's just kind of a medium tank on the loose. Ooh, medium tank artillery corner up here. All right, now we're starting to threaten that harbor. Take out a tank. Ooh, I thought this was going to save the city. I guess it was deemed unsalvageable. Here I probably would have fired with the artillery on this tank and then finished it off with the 5 health tank and then had the full health hit the 7 health. Probably from here. So it's still working as a blocker. And then I would save the city, I think. But okay. Great news from ManaNek. Got the city. Now is the one with an income lead and threatening more cities that are undefended. Or I guess this one is technically defended by this tank. have a black boat. How annoying. Okay. You clear that, but we don't have an infantry over here to take this city right now. The black boat buy is annoying in that you can't capture the harbor, but it's not like it's free. It costs 7,500. Which means it needs to stop this harbor from being captured for 4 turns in order to pay for itself. And if it just gets shelled by an artillery that Javier wants to buy anyway, that's not great. ManaNek does get another city though. Starts taking this corner. Okay. Up 3k, gonna get this city as well. We have our Tower of Power. Take out that medium tank. We got the tank. This city does actually fall, so oh my gosh, ManaNek is getting all the cash here. We are now pushing in to finally go after this comm tower, which I like to see. And something that's nice about being the global damage CO is you do get to hit all of their infantry for free, which slows down all of their captures, giving you more time to react. So once ManaNek has this nice income lead, it should be pretty tough for Javier to actually take it back. It's being a very annoying. Actually, it seems kind of bad. I don't know why it moved there. It does block like this medium tank from going around, I guess, but it can get shelled down. Yeah, things are looking real bad for Javier now. Once the corner fell, things got real spicy. We are taking it back though. Okay, medium tank's moving its way across the map. We have the Hawke Supa. There's all the little hits. Down goes the medium tank. The infantry are going to start falling. Artillery goes down. This corner should be holdable. That city is prevented from being captured. There's no infantry around, so even if Javier wins this fight, the cities won't flip. So many mechs go down. The base starts getting captured. I mean, this is super GG. There it is. GG. Wild. I think if Hawke put a little more pressure on the comm tower, that this game probably would have ended way sooner. But yeah, nicely done by ManaNek, managing to outvalue that fight, even with like having to deal with all those artillery. Just notice the AA. Oh, there is an AA. So yeah, the anti-air is nice on this map for wall breaking, which can be really good when you're dealing against artillery, because you have like these like bridges and stuff where the infantry stands and then you can't get to the artillery. That black boat was not a good buy. It did all right. It did all right. It stopped the harbor from getting captured. But yeah, I don't know if I would have gone for it. GG. Hawke with the win. Christian versus Shenpai. Shadows chase you endlessly. We haven't seen this map in a while. Just like Caustic Finale, this is one of those classics. I don't know if this is currently in rotation, but anyone send in Secret Tech 5? They might have. I haven't actually updated the list. I just started the stream in whatever I had already listed. You love the black boat gameplay here. Yeah, this is an interesting map. For a long time there, a bunch of tournaments would have like their final rounds on this map. It's been around forever. All right. We have Andy versus Adder. Well, I am definitely an Andy fan here. We'll see what Adder can do against Andy. Did Adder get pushed out of tier 4 for this map? 2 base is always a treat. Played a few times on here, might have been a year ago. I would say almost all the games here are weird. You've got the base light, and then like these choke point islands with the black boats. You got other choke point island over here. The black boat loves to stand on the harbor to deny income. You've got these far, like, isolated airports. So, like, there can be a whole game plan around I just control the airports and then start pumping out stealths to win the game. You've got, like, the central dynamic here that looks like it could be a slugfest, but very rarely is successfully won. All these, like, choke points around these shoals are nice. The artillery pushes we've got going on here. Artilleries also get bots so they can, like, ward off the black boats from standing on the harbors. Looks like there's no real disruption on the islands this time. You can sometimes have, like, recon stuff going on. There's a lot of openings on this map. There's an APC opener. There we go. There's the black boat sliding on into port there. I think we got some centralized tanks. All the cities in the center get captured and no one really contests it. That tends to be how it goes. You have the first battlecopter. Already have an anti-air ready for the battlecopter. We'll see how it decides to fly. Obviously, the battlecopter threatens a lot here. Oh, wow. I didn't realize DJs is also streaming now. And then Fluffy's also... Why is everyone streaming today? I find the time I can do it, and then everyone contests it. Oh, no. But yeah, copters here. Very scary, right? They can come over here, and then they're threatening these captures, and they're threatening these captures over here on these little islands. Where does the anti-air stand to defend both is tough. And otherwise, if the anti-air, like, starts coming down here, you can fly up. Be like, oh, you know what? My copter's gonna deal with the center, and then my copter's gonna help support on the top here, attacking the opposing airport. So the copter play is really nasty, of course. Here, of course, the anti-air standing here. It's being real mean. You can be a little bit finicky. You can go like tank strike, infantry strike to clear, or no, I mean, yeah. Okay, if this tank was closer, what you could go is go copter strike, infantry strike, and then the tank hits the anti-air, and then the infantry blocks with the tank. No, I think you need to have one more unit to do that. I take it back. If there was one more unit, then you can do it. You have to have someone also stand on the city. But on the Twitch side, no. Out of here, bot. Where's Fluffy when I need him? Ooh, went in for the tank first strike over here. Anti-air's just trying to follow this copter, going for double copter from Shenpai. And this copter didn't have an anti-air ready to oppose it, so it is in position to deny these cities. My students are not out for summer break, no. We still have 2 more weeks of classes. And then I'll be getting a graduate degree in the summer, and also have a special request from the head of special education to reintroduce a student to elementary school in the summer. I'll have a busy summer. Oh, poor me. Okay. This looks very nice for Shenpai, getting to like force these anti-airs. Sadly, this copter does not get to actually I mean, it could, but it would die. And also getting these islands unopposed. Got the double copters here. I also like being Andy in Copter Wars, because copters don't one-shot other copters. They just do a lot of damage to them, which builds a lot of charge, and then you heal most of it up when you hit your Andy super. And your opponent can't heal up their copters. Okay. Okay, so we got push to take this city, which looks pretty decent. Yeah. It looks like this tank can just get taken out and then the copter can be killed by the anti-air, but I don't think so. The tanks can't reach. This infantry can't reach. This infantry might be able to get like an amazing roll or something, but probably not worth it. Okay, Andy's got a lot of stuff in the center, which I do not approve of. It does tend to be these little islands that matter a lot more. And currently Andy is losing both of them. I mean, Andy has a decent hold over here, but there's nothing supporting against like this attack. And now Adder managed to sneak a copter over here and interrupt this capture. Ooh, okay. Andy's going to try to attack into the center. Seems real dicey. We do get to hit this anti-air though. That's nice. Okay. Okay. You have a copter. This anti-air is still around. We have the Neo tank here. We got the artillery fire. And then you can still build an anti-air behind this. We also have this copter to move in, and these tanks can't really do anything, I guess. They can move in for the next turn, though. I think Adder is going to have a very nice few turns here. There's also, of course, nothing actually stopping these captures from happening. So all Adder has to do is just survive. Here comes the side slip. We have the 2 copter strikes. Yeah, Neotank kills off the tank. Copter hits the copter. I assume copter hits the copter. Down goes that copter. These tanks just move in to be a little bit more advantageous in positioning. Does the anti-air finish it off? Yes, it does. You got that tank. Build another anti-air. I don't even know if you need to build another anti-air here. This seems really good for Adder. You kill off this copter. Go for the hyper upgrade after going for those attacks. There's really not that much to heal up though. That was a really weird What's that heal? 4,000? Not my kind of adder power, or Andy power. Okay. Well, this seems very, very good for Christian here. Another side slip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can't reach this copter, but the anti-air can just kind of get in its face. Artillery gets hit. Down goes this anti-air. The copter just stands in the way, so this Neo tank can't hit the Neo tank, I guess. I think I would prefer if the copter had gone for an attack and you just build your own Neo tank to fend off, like another Neo tank. Just do a base skip down here, just to build a medium tank. Okay. Goes in for the strike over here. The anti-air does go down. Really tragic. Yeah, so that didn't work out amazingly for Adder with the copter block. But I think it's fine. You do clear out everything over here. The HQ is actually under threat. It's a really weird place to move that artillery. Not sure why these guys are moving here. They should probably move on to the city. I guess it's to make it harder for the HQ to get cleared. Build another medium tank. Seems fine to me. And he does get this city, which is not nothing. Wow, Andy actually continued. I was going to say Andy should probably fall back and attack these units. Sticking around here is wild. There's still a full health artillery here. Okay, well, Andy's about to get in a lot of pain. You do take that. You can even start capturing the HQ to force a vehicle or something. Deal with that. We get the side slip. Does the copter hit the copter, ideally killing it? Boom. Okay, I was gonna say, make sure you kill the Neo tank because you don't want that healing up from the from the Andy super. But this seems like it's going very well. For Adder, Andy's down to 11 units. And resigns. GG. Definitely not the first time, or probably the last time that someone kind of attacks in the center and then ends up just getting absolutely crushed. It happens to us all. Rip income. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen a center push convincingly win on this map. It's usually always these little islands. Darius Buster. Okay, next game. COWABUNGA. Versus Earl of Lemongrab. You minutes ago. I mean, I'm trying to fit in streams where I can. But I'm a busy penguin for sure. Oh, look at that. They're already in the colors. The map is very big. I don't know this map. I don't think. We've got It's like Witch Trial with a different center. Okay. I guess I like this more than Witch Trial, which was a map that I did not like. You do still have this, like, the peeping toms here, but at least they're not in the center. I still don't like them though. I do like these black boats though, kind of standing by like the forward airport. I think that's fine. That's a fine balance. Like, the airport's forward, but I've got vision over it. Hello. Maybe they knew they were going to be in a Go7 stream. And they did make the change of there's now a way to front switch, because before the sensor was like these pipes and any unit you sent over here would be completely isolated. There's no way it could go to the other front, but now you do have this like little route through the center. So I would say that these look like improvements to me. We'll see how it goes. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess you also don't actually have vision over the airport anymore. But you do have vision over that's coming out of the airport. Okay. Look at all those little infantry go. Are we going for transport openers? Or are we going to go for what? Oh, did this start with low income? It looks like it's, yeah, okay. So it started with a low income, which means you just get more infantry on the map. Low income being, I think it started with just 2 bases. There's no HQs, there's just the labs. And no starting cities. So it just means you get a lot more infantry on the map before the vehicles start showing up. We have double recon from COWABUNGA. It is it is Grimm versus Andy, which is always a fun matchup. As far as Grimm's matchups into tier 3, Andy's probably the best, because you can just one-shot Andy's stuff, and who cares that he can heal, right? Yeah. Both players have the recons going out, and then followed by tank support. This is going to take it takes a long time to react to whatever shows up on these fronts, which I think is part of why they wanted like the pre-deployed vision over here, so you could see what's coming earlier and react earlier. I imagine so. Very bold to have this recon charge forward like that. There's no tank to kill it, but I think it might have been be able to be taken out by a recon plus 3 infantry, but also probably not worth it. Okay, that recon is going to die for its crimes. This is something that I do like about Grimm in Fog, is that the tanks will one-shot the recons early on. The same is true for Grimm's own recons for the most part, where they'll also get one shot, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so right now things are looking pretty good income-wise for... I mean, like, all these cities are getting captured that aren't necessarily being captured on... I guess they've already been captured by Earl of Lemongrab here. that's wait. Oh, I see. I see. Oh no, you could have gone infantry here, clear this, tank hits the recon. You could also have this revealed from over here, I think. Yeah. A little bit weird in the positioning there. This recon could have gone down. It would have left this tank open to be struck though, and that might be what our Earl here didn't want to have happen. We do have an uncontested copter incoming. That's going to be quite the nasty attack. Okay. Airport online. It does have that nice black boat spotting it. Oh, that tank straight up front switched away? Wild. I am surprised that tank front switched. It seemed like a great recon kill to me. But that's great news for Andy. I'm not sure what Grimm's going to get done here. This copter is going to be a huge pain to deal with, as there wasn't an anti-air ready or an opposing copter ready. It looks like Lemongrab wants to use the copter to fight the copter, and the Grimm copter will just one-shot the opposing copter, but it's just not going to be able to catch up in time. And in the meantime, this entire front on the west is falling. Oh no. Hide, infantry, hide. Oh, we're okay. Our Earl is going all in. It's gonna be let's trade fronts. Let's go. It's gonna have to require that Andy like super overcommits to this front, and maybe there's a little bit of an overcommitment going on over there, but also like gains are happening, and there aren't that many gains happening over here right now. Let's go, Earl. No, you gotta stick to the plan. Just keep sending everything over here. Once you've committed this much, stick to the plan. Okay. Boom, take out that tank, take out this copter, go for all these captures, try and catch back up in income. Okay. Ooh, Andy goes for the super here? Is this to take the lab? That was an interesting play. Did the other ones need healing? Oh, that's a really weird... Yeah, that's a really weird play. Again, with the labs, you have to capture both of the lab. Like, your opponent has to have no labs for them to lose. And there's another lab over here. Well, that seems like a really bad super to me, but that's why we stick to the plan, Earl. Don't send stuff over here if you're not gonna... If your plan is like, I'm gonna swarm this front and trade fronts, because now these guys just die for free. Alright, Knuckle Duster. I get these captures, try and catch back up in income. Get some kills. Copter blocks the way, sort of. Ooh, so everything's falling over here. I mean, it's kind of falling on the other front, but not as quickly. You have this nice copter chain that will kind of save the day for Earl on this choke point. go. Copters kill copters. Oh, they did live at 1. It lived again. That's really annoying because it lived at 1, but it's an anti-copter, so it's actually alive at 6 pretty soon here. Okay. Starting to get these captures that's like super delayed, but yeah, I do have a decent unit value advantage still. Really would not have gone down here with this 1 helicopter. Like, just keep it back and let it heal. Ooh, going for the fighter. That fighter is gonna be pretty sick because Grimm has been trying to rely purely on copters to fight copters, no anti-airs at all. It is known about though. Yeah, like it makes this copter invincible, right? And you have to build an anti-air. It's gonna take so long to get over there. Oh no. Ooh, got anti-air staring at the airport. I mean, so far the trade has kind of worked out. It's still like down 2 properties. I think we're just a little too slow. Barely holding on over here. Obviously, it's a huge overextension to like attack into this base and airport range. Andy starts trying to take this back. I don't like that Andy's kind of a little too far forward with a few of these units because Grimm clearly has like a lot over here. And would love to just bite off parts of Andy's army piecemeal. Like so. Okay, we do have the fighter go and take a hit. A kill a copter. Hyper, another very weird hyper upgrade. At least there's a little bit more being healed here. Might get this city from it. I think with the power, this anti-air will just one-shot this fighter, which will be pretty huge. It might take a super. No, just the normal power is enough. Bam. Okay, start going for the capture over here. I like it. Taking out the fighter was nice. Andy still has a 4K lead, but there are a lot of units not doing anything over here for Andy. I mean, other than having won the entire front, but you know, ignoring the fact that they've already won their battle, they're now doing nothing. Okay. I don't think this sacrificing this anti-air was necessary here. I would much rather it have gone back to start repairing and still be a threat. Okay. Try and hold over here with our nice artillery. And artillery here would be pretty sick. There takes out this copter. Clear out the infantry over here. I mean, the general fighting is definitely going in Grimm's favor. Oh my gosh, the anti-air. The anti-air on this front just got hit. Now copters are completely unstoppable. Can't take forever for a replacement to get down here. Although, I mean, that's not really true because it got hit but didn't die. So it can go back into a city and then get super to be back in tip-top shape real quick. If it wasn't an Andy anti-air, then it would be pretty catastrophic. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not thrilled with Andy sending these units out little piecemeal like this. I kind of like it more them building up and coming down like this, because right now they're kind of just getting gobbled up by the standing Grimm army over here. And Grimm finally captures these two cities, which will equalize the income. A little bit weird place to put this copter, not gonna lie. I definitely would have gone in with it probably here, so they would still have our artillery support. Because yeah, the Andy anti-air will be healing up, but yeah, gobble gobble. The all-in on this front attack seems to be working. We have a hyper upgrade this time at the start of the turn. There are some nice things to actually repair as well. Oof. Not what I like to see the copters doing though. Getting trapped and then attacking an infantry. We do break through over here, but I don't think that's gonna last. Ooh, the artillery does get smacked. He's smacked by the anti-air. We start capturing the airport. That's rude. Okay. There is this backup artillery though that's going to be massive, and this is still like a huge overextension. Of course, but I guess this won't actually fall. This hidden infantry down here with 3 health will be strong enough to interrupt it, and then the vehicles that get built can kind of do the rest. Bam, bam. Yeah, deal 2. Recon finishes that off. Copter kills that. Hit that infantry again. I guess build another copter or just a tank even. That out. Take all these little guys out. We got all these copters to kill these copters. Finish capping. Kill that tank. Oh my gosh. The Grimm devastation. We will have... Grimm is about to have successfully traded fronts, while Andy overextended all the units on this front. Andy resigns. GG. Oh my gosh. The front switch, it worked. Hey, Shadow. Grimm does punish overextension very hard, yeah. Whew, worked like a charm. Andy was definitely winning that. I feel like Andy's supers were pretty weak that game, but Grimm still managed to get it done with the all-in. GG. All right, I think you can get one more game in. It's in a chest game. Chest versus as Lash versus Neverlocke. It's a Lash mirror on broken loot. Okay. I don't know if I know this map. So it will be an adventure. We do have kind of centralized HQs. The fronts they don't look super divided, but they are very divided by like some mountain pass and like this reef that the bridge goes into. So like this base doesn't interact with these bases with vehicles until way down here, right in front of the opposing HQ. Which I guess makes this more of a potential HQ race map than I would have thought before. We'll see how it plays out though. Because like this HQ is actually kind of hard to defend. You've got this airport and this base. And then it's kind of against the opposing airport in 2 bases. So it might be an HQ race map. While the 2 armies are like awkwardly moving past each other. I guess you could use landers, right? You can pick up from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop off. That would be quite... it's a pretty big time save. Okay, we're going for a tank first from Neverlocke. As well as a chest. They're both going with the tank first. We have artillery follow-up. Okay, no. Double tank for Neverlocke. Tank artillery for a chest. And the chest also has the unit split on opposing fronts. Where Neverlocke's got both tanks on the double base side. The chest has a tank on the single base side, which is something you usually try and avoid doing for a while just because you want to get as many infantry out early as you can. Ooh, looks like we're just gonna have a little front shift with this tank. I like it. Head into the center. Neverlocke really rushed this kind of centralized city, which seems like it was a great idea because there's now an artillery on its way to lock it down. Hopefully it doesn't just fall though. If it just falls, then it's a bad idea. I just did not rush it, but did put a tank on it really quickly. We do have a black boat from Neverlocke. Does get over to this airport and comm tower. Oh, and they had a black boat for a chest as well. That will also, of course, help this base support over here, although infantry already kind of got there fairly quickly. It would be interesting to know if it's worth investing in a lander instead of a black boat just because of how much faster it makes the reinforcements come out of this base. It would make the early game like real dicey though. Okay, and here's that artillery placement behind the mountains, now capturing the city that Neverlocke rushed, and this is where it becomes really bad if you rush the city and then you lose the city, because you do sacrifice you do sacrifice some early game economy to rush those contested city sites. So to then immediately lose it means you kind of made that sacrifice for nothing. Chest is more willing to sacrifice infantry to delay this. I think also because there's no infantry lined up to start capturing right away anyway. So it's going to be a trade of an infantry for an infantry and deny a city. Seems good. Okay. Imagine we're going to start just flooding in down here. Bop, bop. And then you're pretty much good to continue attacking on this double base attack against this poor single base. Chest with a really good income lead. This tank does survive as well, so it can just kind of fall back to heal while being covered by other tanks. And I can definitely see this turning into an HQ race here, judging by how these armies are starting to move. Gonna fall back. Smack. Take out that tank. We have a lot of follow-up here. So it becomes a little bit risky for this artillery to stand and fire. I think it's okay at this point, though. Neverlocke is going to get this city. It was just delayed for a little while. That will equalize their income for a bit here. I guess they hit that artillery. There's not amazing coverage of it. I guess this tank does hit here, and then this tank... go somewhere else. It could hit this artillery, but it's not amazing. I guess you have like this artillery fires here. This tank goes smacks here. Tank hits artillery. Tank hits tank. Something like that. We'll see. We'll see what the chest decides to do. We could see the... oh, never mind. I was thinking we need the forbidden technique, but we don't actually. You need to walk around the forest. Yeah, the blue artillery did not need to move there. That's very true. Hi! Oh, I'm glad you finished your work. Okay, we are going to go with that route. And smack the artillery, knock it down to 4. Smack the tank, knock it down to 3. And we have the double tank backup. In comes the battlecopter against all this on the backdrop. Things are looking pretty decent. This double tank swing, I don't know if that's going to work out amazing. I think you just send this tank in, go for a smack, have the 5 and the 4. I guess it doesn't, you don't quite have enough space to get everything that you want done, but it's still pretty good. Back it up with our artillery. The double. That's just one infantry sacrifice over there. Prime tactics? Why? Okay. I don't quite understand that prime tactics move. I guess it makes this city really difficult to save. And it makes this tank kind of annoying to attack. I mean, a copter can still swing at it, though. And these guys still die. The tank even still dies. Okay, I do not understand this super. It must be for this city. A chest also goes for a prime tactics. Saves the city. Gets a hit on the tank. I mean, I like this prime tactics a little bit more because it got some offensive use out of it, and there's like the comm tower that's being captured. I'm surprised neither of them tried to save it for taking the HQ. It looks like they're really close to starting that for both players, and that's when it's like really scary. Yeah, this tank does move in here to delay this comm tower. I'm gonna die for it though. Delay it for 1 turn. Copter chains. Blackwood starts dropping off infantry in the center. Artillery goes down to 1. The city is gonna fall. But it looks like Neverlocke's gonna lose this comm tower while there's all this fighting going on, which is real dicey to be sure. All these tanks pretty much unopposed. Oh my gosh, chess is gonna have an amazing turn here. Bam, bam. It's that tank. There's a medium tank over here, but it's going to be really annoyed by this artillery. Got that artillery. Fall back. Save the city, smack the tank. Oh my gosh, everything's dying. APC to refuel the black boat. Yeah, that's a resignation. GG. That was, I think Neverlocke was kind of doing okay. The obviously the opening didn't work out amazing, and then I don't understand what the super was. Because I think that's what really was the nail in the coffin. But GG. Well played. Lash mirrors are wild with all the fighting over the terrain. That is the last game for the stream, as I have to head on out. But I hope everyone enjoyed. I'll try and get another stream in the week to come. We will see how it goes. The week after, I will definitely get some streams in though, as I have some days off, which will be fun. So here's your apple. You haven't had one in so long. Here's an apple. And thanks for watching, everybody.
It's Go7, king of the penguins. Of all the penguins, he is king. It's Go7, king of the penguins. Being king of the penguins, that's his